Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to be looking at Max0r's Bloodborne review, specifically the doll waifu simulator. I like to point out, unlike all the previous ones, he didn't call this an incorrect summary. So, I'm assuming unlike the last ones where he's disturbingly accurate, this one's going to be also probably disturbingly accurate, but he's just not highlighting it as much as before. Yeah, also, waifu doll simulator. We've all seen the internet. We know exactly what he means. I'm not going to comment on it because YouTube. Reasons. Otherwise, just a quick aside, I used to joke about going into these nice relaxing shows because I thought everything he did was the crazy stuff. And then I was told no. I was right. Those were the sane, calm, relaxed Max0r episodes. Oh god. So we're going to jump right in and see if the pain starts now or if my massive addiction to just checking out everything that he puts in there at an almost compulsive level is going to kick in. We know it will. Yeah. So otherwise, there's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And we're done. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get started.
The video has spoilers. Bloodborne is a Lovecraftian horror RPG that no one...
Should have known he would do that. He starts every goddamn video series with a giant pile of... Yeah, who needs this? Okay, we got Bloodborne. What the hell? Okay, never mind. This makes perfect sense. The me girl. That actually perfectly fits. It's not even a joke. It literally is a good representation. And I feel like... Oh my god, is that... Not H.G. Wells. Oh my god, the guy who does Cthulhu. How am I forgetting the guy who does Cthulhu? I'm pretty sure it's that guy. Ah, god, Cthulhu Mythos. I keep wanting to say H.G. Wells. I know that's the Time Machine and not actually this guy. This is hurting my brain right now because I know who this is, and I only remember because for some reason I always thought his eyes just looked bulging for the size of them. Weird thing to remember for a guy who literally made up Cthulhu and the entire Cthulhu mythos, and I can't have... Oh, god damn, there was more? Oh, what the heck of a ha! We're literally seconds in and I'm already overwhelmed. What the hell was that? This is disturbing and I don't want to talk about it. H.P. Lovecraft, that's the one, has a cat girl. What will he name her? Yeah, Lahotep. I feel shame for that one. He actually has a cat. Is that a Siamese? I can't tell.
A horror RPG that no one understands by definition, where the player is free to attack hordes of human children at will and consume
their
heroes.
Those were actually...
and engaging I
forgot about that purpose. They didn't look human.
Keep listening because it gets worse. In this game, you play as John Bloodborne, a foreigner incapable of speech without the use of sign language, and stricken with Habsburg disease, comes to the ancient city of London seeking treatment
for anyone who doesn't get the Habsburg reference. Let's just put it this way. They went full-on Alabama on it. Specifically, the stereotypical Alabama, not actual Alabama. Royals in a lot of European countries decide to purify the bloodline by marrying into them from other royals who they had already married into over and over. And the Habsburgs were pretty bad about it. It was, yeah, let's just put it this way. The joke is that, hey, there's crazy faces in Bloodborne. Also, that literally was a thing. Yeah. Inbreeding is a bitch.
For the sins of his cousins. In doing so, he will begin hallucinating talking dolls.
Wait, what was that last one? I saw a map there. Also, that's a random head. I am a doll. Yes. She's an absolute doll. People see troll face drugs. Troll face drugs. Troll face. Buy now. Buy drugs. Do troll face drugs. Hallucinate troll face. Why? I don't get it. It's not... It's just troll face deception. Oh, it's troll face deception. That's why.
Talking dolls, spider people, and the great...
Journeying
further, John Bloodborne becomes constricted into the service of a gay elder god and the 60-year-old man he keeps as a pet, and is given the
that's completely accurate, actually.
Killing an invisible infant in order to cure his anemia. To accomplish said Herculean task, the player must journey through dark forests.
Huh. You know, technically, the way he described that is completely, in a very fucked up way, accurate. Because it is about becoming an infant at the end, because it's a baby star god or whatever the hell other monster that is. And it is anemia because you always need more blood, because it's Bloodborne. kind of is accurate.
Terrifying nightmares and the meth-ridden alleyways of a post-Brexit Britain, slaying monsters, explore.
You know, I'm not going to touch that one. I just want to go back because they had some more memes, and I just, oh my God, he just keeps. Look, never let me drink and have a broom. Did a guy get so shit-faced he became a responsible adult? Oh, that's weird. Of course I'm boyish, how could you tell, mate? The funny part is I'm pretty sure the VTuber Fruit just put up an entire meme / post where she does a British accent in writing, and it actually sounded like this looks. British people be like, that's an odd looking bloke if I've ever seen one. You got no clothes on, rather squash. I probably just insulted one horribly. Not someone, I just mean one. You know who you are.
Of a post-Brexit Britain, slaying monsters, exploring, and tricking women into being impregnated by God so you can consume the child. This game is an excellent
that did happen. Also, the one at that point
something
wasn't the
new
real
around
one,
every
so we
corner.
don't care.
A great action RPG which
don't
pits
care
you
about
against
the real one.
insurmountable odds and extreme challenges, and has a gripping
Wait, was that
story
Gwen
and
at the
lore
end?
about discovering the eldritch truth. So, if you can, play it yourself.
Really, Persona 5? Oh God, it fits. The tone of Persona 5 is going to the Mindscape to change people, and this is literally possibly a Mindscape where you change people. Not in the same way, but also kind of in the same way.
Because I'm not going to hold back on the details. It's no secret that my...
Okay, why? Just why? Why am I having to go see... Airbed is daughter of the Cosmos? Don't know that one. Again, tonight also sucked. Boars and after a successful visceral... I know the cat is fat and laying on a pipe, but for a second there, I was kind of wondering, what the hell, man? It's a cat on a pipe. Get your head out of the literal gutter.
It's no secret that my reviews are entertainment first, so I don't suggest using me as genuine advice. However, most people can't play this game, ever, because you have to buy a $400 magical box sold by the wizard Sony in order...
How much?
Play this game, ever, because you have to buy a $400...
How old is this review? 2021. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the current Sony lawsuit where they're price gouging PS5s. Because there's actually a lawsuit, it got so bad. Like, legitimately, unironically, a lawsuit because of that. And I'm just looking at $400 after tax and thinking, wow, that is literally at least $200 to $300 cheaper than the cheapest PS5 you will find directly from them or on discount. This just hurts. Just right here, it hurts.
Magical box sold by the wizard Sony in order to experience it, and even then you get to see it in an amazing 30 frames per second.
Wait, it was only 30 frames?
Aliasing. Port this game to PC, I beg of you. In fact, I can assume that a lot of people watching this video will basically never play the game, but keep watching because I'm hilarious and this
is gonna sound weird, but I actually did play this game. I sucked, but I enjoy the collection aspect of all Souls games, even if I absolutely suck at them. So I kind of endure them and use Fighting Cowboy reviews to survive any of them. Oddly enough, it works. But yeah, I did actually play this game. Again, not very long. Or specifically, I played it very long. I didn't get very far. Again, quality did not quite made up for quantity of time played.
Original. Do that, and I can give you the full, unfiltered, uncensored, unsubstantiated,
oh
and
god, that all looks
experience
disgusting.
That
It's
is
even worse when you know what it is.
Bloodborne.
Why is happy music so weird with this? I mean, it's also Persona 5 and it's good, but why?
What makes this game great, and the easiest way to describe it is simple but complicated. On a simple level, your baby brain is responsible for only 2 tasks, dodging and hitting. And dodging in this game renders you temporarily invincible. Sounds easy, right?
Oh wow.
Because every single enemy is adjusted to keep
actually.
pace with you. Basic enemies are basically able to whoop your ass into fucking non-existence. Every encounter therefore is tense and engaging. When you kill someone, it's because you were faster and had more meth than they did. On a complicated level,
completely
you have
accurate
a gun,
too.
And normally bullets hurt people. But in London,
Bullets
bullets
hurt?
are a suggestion, like the Geneva
Yeah,
Convention.
you don't
Here
actually
in
use
England,
it.
it's all about the knife bins. Except when you shoot somebody mid-attack, you gain the mystical
Wait, the fuck? Yeah, Geneva Convention.
Here in England,
Pretty cool we
it's
found the
all
images
about
of
the
that.
knife bins.
Knife surrender bin. Only cowards carry weapon awareness. Is that a screwdriver? Working in partnership with the Essex Police. I just gotta say, this is one of those weird American takes right now where I'm like, wait, they actually have a worry about just too many knives. Again, I'm American. We don't get down to this level of weaponry. Oh, wow. Also, I will admit, I saw a video about a guy, or not even a guy, but a company making legitimate rapid-fire rail guns. Sorry, coil guns. There's apparently a difference. One pushes these, pull, and it, or maybe backwards, I don't remember. And I was thinking, that's pretty cool. Maybe. So yeah, this is, again, from the American perspective, this is just weird.
Bins. Except when you shoot somebody mid-attack, you gain the mystical and arcane ability to plunge your fist through their ribcage like Mortal Kombat.
Wait, is that supposed to be weird? I do it all the time. That's how you greet people at work.
Annoyance. This extends to behind them if you charge an attack, which sometimes causes you to reach up a pig's asshole and rip out the prostate like fruit by the foot. Side note, the most optimal farming route for currency in
Okay, that... and the part that breaks my brain isn't that he pulled up a meme. Those are already breaking my brain, so it's not really a change. But that he completely accurately describes something you can do in game that I did not realize was a thing. And now I have to wonder if there was more things in here that are definitely someone's interesting happy material that I never realized and I'm very terrified about now.
in this game is called Murgo's Pig Fisting Route. See, I changed the webpage. And in this route,
God,
you sneak up behind this guy and do him the dirty. Then entice these two swinular bastards to be mauled to death by members of Organization 13. Repeat 50 times. On a complicateder level, every single weapon in the game has 2 different modes with 2 different movesets.
Yeah,
and
I sucked at all of them.
transforming between them gives you special attacks, in addition to running attacks, plunging attacks, on a theoretical physicist level. Your character memorizes squiggly lines and fridge art created by gods for passive bonuses that work regardless of weaponry. My favorites are more money, and more money they stack. Finally,
goddamn, I didn't realize Bloodborne was the most generous game when it came to getting shit, because holy shit, man. I mean, I know in Elden Ring there's rune farming and you get items for it, but I didn't realize they're just passive things you just had. Goddamn.
On a meta-theoretical chiropractic level, every weapon is customized.
Chiropractic level? So it's theoretical, it's metaphysical, also it'll fix your spine alignment. Yeah, that checks out.
With different gem slots, they give differing effects for your
I
attacks.
never got that far.
There are different types that can literally change all of the stats of the weapon, like making a fucking spear do more damage based off of intelligence. There's definitely more and a lot of strategy in how you level up your character, but I assume that you know how to level up in a fucking video game. But with all this
I was bad at it, but I could.
You may be wondering, Max0r, who are these crusty abominations that you're fighting on screen?
Was that Genshin?
With all this combat prowess, you may be wondering, Max0r, who are these crusty abominations?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Screen? Well, to learn that much, we're going to have to delve
Apparently he's
into
official
the
fan.
lore. So buckle your
For
britches,
adult art,
bitches,
specifically
because this
as
shit
an
is
adult,
wild.
it looks really
If
nice.
I say something questionable, just accept it as fact. I can
The
be
genie
trusted.
actually works
60
well then.
years ago, 20 rowdy...
Okay, 1? Yeah, she's old. Oh yeah, you can actually see the cravat where she decided not to become a monster and then got stuck in a dream. More importantly, what?
Delve into the lore. So buckle your britches, bitch.
Oh, it was britches. I thought he said British for a second, that's why.
Just because this shit is wild. If I say something questionable, just accept it as fact. I can be trusted.
Is that actually Max0r? I'm not entirely sure, but is this him or is this just some random guy punching his own camera? Could go either way.
trusted. 60 years ago, 20 rowdy college students took their education extremely seriously because they found woman Cthulhu. She was just in a portable toilet downstairs. Also, because they were bored, they beat to death a god of the sea with some bats, but that's a story for later.
That is literally exactly how this happened, yeah.
Ruled and created by a race of elder gods beyond human comprehension called the Great Ones. Figuring this out, they got Cthulhu's blood and were like, we can make a religion out of this. Because it turns out the blood can heal people, which is really good due to all the knife crime. So everyone starts drinking it a little too much and they get the money to build 36 cathedrals, but it turns out eventually the blood turns you into a werewolf. So the church hires a guy named German to go fight the beasts with an organization known as the Hunters, but there's too many beasts, so he gives up. Now the knife crime is increased even more, and German sort of goes insane and creates a life-size doll of one of his students who is an 8-foot-tall Amazonian. He also canonically has sex with it. The moon god, for some reason...
Seriously? I mean, I know he wanted to, but I thought... Okay, was not aware of that part. I mean, she is a doll, but goddamn.
And kind of takes notice of this and is like, all right, listen, I'm building a suicide squad. I will bring your waifu to laifu if you serve me for all time as my slave. German reasonably thinks that this is a great deal and is imprisoned in a dream. This is where you come in. See, the moon god assassinates baby gods for fun, but needs a hitman to go into the real world to do it since he's confined to the ninth dimension. So in addition to fighting all manner of giant beasts and uncovering dark secrets, the true aim of this game is to commit infanticide. There's enough bullshit here to fill tax legislation, so comment your own poorly summarized Bloodborne lore below. And for the rest of us non-shills, we have ample time to explain more of what makes this game great. Yes, you have been japed. I am talking about bosses before I talk about the levels. In most video games, bosses cap off...
Oh, okay. God, my eyes. It's like, I felt like I was blinking. It was changing so fast I didn't realize my eyes weren't moving. How the hell do you even do that? It's Max0r. I shouldn't be surprised, and yet people keep telling me this is still one of the calm ones. What the hell? Also, what is japed? It's like a joke and an... It feels like it's a type of joke. Also, are those eyes or are they holes? I honestly can't tell. Cool boss. I haven't fought it. Again, I sucked. I never got this far. Bunch of random guys who honestly would probably kick my ass because I can't dodge for shit. Ah, yeah, you died. I know that screen. What? The voices have returned. Did she ever end up collabing with him? I know she always talked, or he always talked about it. Kind of cool if they did. Hu Tao Sphere. Hu Tao Sphere. Makes perfect sense to me. Please peg me. Oh my god, I almost said that out loud. I would never live that one down.
This cap off areas, but in Bloodborne, areas...
What? Oh god, sorry, there's just... Why are there so... Is that Tom Cruise laughing with a cage on his head? You're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the doll should... You... Oh... Why is it? Oh, why? And the blood and the... Oh, no.
Bloodborne, areas are preambles to a dick flattening, and nothing will challenge your skill in quite the same way. Except for the goddamn Witches of Hemwick, who were placed into the game for disability access. You can probably tell that Bloodborne is a hard game. We don't even know if a games journalist can beat it. But it's hard in a fair way that tests your skills.
I met a few, but they're
time,
YouTube
Lawrence,
journalists,
but I'll get back to Lawrence later. What sets this game's bosses apart is that the challenge makes it feel like you're a really small dude jabbing a toothpick into a building-sized deer demon. So yeah, I would be impressed if he killed that.
I'm sorry, what did they just do to that guy? Why did they have to censor it out?
Small dude jabbing a toothpick into a building-sized deer demon.
What? There we go. Caribou VTuber appears. Oh, that's an old picture then. Yeah, oh, and it's Twitch highlights #1. Oh, because deer. It looks kind of like a deer and... Yeah, okay, that makes perfect sense.
Demon. So yeah, I would be impressed if he killed that. But not only that, unlike Dark Souls, every single boss reacts meaningfully to how you attack them.
Oh,
large beasts can have their bones cracked and their tendons wound into a slinky.
Boys
can be knocked over and have their
again, I suck.
And human enemies will wince and recoil when they see your height difference. As well, every boss punishes you for cowardice and actively discourages backpedaling with their forward momentum, causing every fight to be an elaborate dance with a thrilling back and forth. Unless you're fighting Braum, who is the really hungry caterpillar if he had a legion of arachnid slaves who threw their heads underground like ostriches. We don't...
Oh, there's a giant spider boss. Lovely. And it has too many... Oh god, it's not just the head, it's eyes and then more eyes and you can see eyes and... Oh, it's just a collection of eyes and what looks like tree growth. I don't know.
talk about him. And while we're on the subject of bad bosses, this motherfucker, let me tell you something. The humanoid bosses in this game are paradoxically the most dangerous. But Mikolash is a psychological hazard that will hurt you personally. This boss literally feels like cut content because the fight centers around chasing him, and his direction depends on RNG, making him an actual speedrun killer.
RNG bosses?
He uses one attack, and then you chase him again, where he gains the power to insta-kill you. God forbid you're hit by it, because that's 10 minutes gone. Here's the tip. Save up 10 poison knives and steal from your family if you must. Then wait until he jumps down this hole, poison him repeatedly, and watch him spaz the fuck out until death. You will thank me. But as a result of everyone who isn't
it's a horrible design. Like, it's interesting, but no.
Rewarding on a level that other games cannot match. It's only because the odds are stacked against you in ways that don't feel bullshit most of the time that conquering them is the main reason I play. And their fights are undoubtedly the best I've ever done in video games.
Oh, so it's make you feel strong against monsters, but weak to everything else.
A lot of your time is spent exploring the areas, so let's get into that. Lesson 1 in area design. Where the fuck am I going? Exploration is the name of the game, except it's called Bloodborne. Only this time, you don't bring smallpox and kill 20 million people. We're looking at a solid 10 this time, because the main...
yeah, the one about the pox. Yeah, Christopher Columbus was a dick, and also a lot of other shit. Let's just put it this way. They don't teach a lot about the New World and how it was colonized because they usually don't like to mention, oh yeah, by the way, Thanksgiving, they actually gave them the blankets with the pox on it intentionally. Yeah, it's not nearly as heartwarming when you get to that part. More, that's an American thing for anyone not American. Yeah, it's about as fucked up as you probably thought it was.
Enemies in this game are British townspeople. It's how the developers made sure you didn't feel bad about killing them. The plague of beasts infecting London causes people's teeth to become beast-like, makes you aggressive at night.
I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
So it's up to you to stop
them. I don't think he sped that up.
Or
did he? I can't tell.
If you don't look up where to go next in this game, good fucking luck. People get lost all the time. Get used to it. This game doesn't do exploration.
Why did he pull up the lost? Oh, he got lost.
My dopamine's gonna go crazy. That's baby shit. This is daddy's exploration, where you find a route back to a place you were in 10 hours ago. And I hope you weren't expecting a mini-map, or any map. Every single hallway is a rabbit hole of discovery, and your hand isn't held. Case in point, Cathedral Ward is a level, but feels like a hub area because it connects to fucking everything. And where you start the game is in the middle of a loop-de-loop involving torturous experimentation. Just look at the fucking map of this game. Everything overlaps. And yes, there is a level called Nightmare Lecture Hall, and no, it does not connect to the Altar of Despair, although you would think that. Fittingly, the Lecture Hall is the smallest area, and more fittingly, 90% of the combat is graduates throwing cum at you. The game also has 2 completely secret areas that you would not find without the internet. I would tell you how to enter, but I don't want to do calculus. And what you get at the end? Upper Cathedral Ward is legitimately a horror area in a game loved for its combat, because it's filled with enemies who act out my greatest fears. Stealing currency permanently gives me fucking chills every time I talk about it. Castle Canehurst is
No. There's enemies that just steal your souls flat out and you don't give them back. With how much I suck, I would never actually run into this problem because I could never make it that far. But goddamn, man, that is literally nightmare fuel on top of anything else. I don't care about the rest. They can kill you. You can have bosses that you can't beat. But losing the set you work from? That is one of those... Oh god, I didn't even realize it was that evil.
Proof that From Software hates us all, since the best area in the entire game requires you to go to the Field of Corn in Ohio and trek down Waldo. But it's worth it to invade the house of that parasitic queen dwelling in her demented castle, so that she may feel the wrath of the proletariat. All we have to do is kill Prince Philip, who guards the way as an eternal lich. On top of this, there are numerous NPCs and NPC quest lines spread throughout the world, all with a series of interactions with each other depending on location and timing. For instance...
What? I thought I was getting better at not... Okay. Beery? What? Misinformed secretly. What? Oh, because doll or kills? What? Pisses off, gives blood. What? You know, someone probably is going to look at this and go like, oh, I get the reference. And I'm just sitting here going, nope. I don't. Nope.
and timing.
Why is,
For instance,
Christian?
you could direct nuns, prostitutes, and Prince Philip to a church run by a lonely black sludge,
Kinda
then
looks like him
perform enough
too.
blood transfusions to send the nun into a yandere rage. Or you could direct them to the nice woman who runs the clinic down the street, who only wants to help and assist others. Then take a strange path
the
through the
original
forest
one
and
did.
into her clinic to discover that she has been experimenting on all of them in order to create the Blue Man Group. And if you want, you can take the umbilical cord away from her schizophrenic ass and eat it. The sky's the limit in Bloodborne questlines. And you know what my favorite questline is? The one where you descend into literal hell, complete with eternal punishment, insanity, and
oh yeah, because there
femboy
was the
fishing,
DLC.
the scariest of them all. I'm of course talking
Wait, why was there a Stolfo?
eternal punishment, insanity, and femboy.
That's actually someone's channel? Local femboy catching all of freshwater American fish. 40,000 subscribers, 12 videos. I will resist the urge to look it up, but I am curious. Femboy fishing, episode 11. Oh no, it's a real, or at least it looks real. 2020. Winter fishing makes things difficult. Why are you wearing a skirt in the winter? Why are you wearing a short one in the winter? Oh, because femboy, never mind. Still kind of with that pattern, looks more like a kilt.
The scariest of them all. I'm of course talking about the DLC, the only DLC for this game. And if you play through Bloodborne, you have to play through the DLC. I'm not giving you a fucking choice. So to learn why, you should play the best expansion ever made since Spore Galactic Adventures. Jungles. Come with me on this amazing journey to find the secrets of the Bloodborne, the Old Hunters.
Part 3? Ooh, the music got epic on this one.
I want you to imagine hell. Now imagine hell written by H.P. Lovecraft. It will be filled with squids, immigrants, and air conditioning. This DLC has none of that except the squids. For you see, those college kids from the lore section of the video were built fucking different. They experimented on an entire village.
No. I feel like I need to see that just to scar myself. And of course they censor the crotch. No, actually it's above the crotch. And why are they all? And then they're. I don't even know. What the hell were they? No.
And possibly beat up a god of the sea so fucking bad that her consciousness in the 9th dimension died. We spent an entire game killing an infant, and these guys somehow killed the MILF god. But anyways, in the process of this, it cursed them and all of the hunters to be doomed to a hell upon death, where they will hunt in a bloodthirsty rage without rest.
And they're playing Doom in the background, of course. That's what he chooses.
Indistinguishable from a political subreddit. Case in point, this is Ludwig. He's the first boss of the DLC and has a reputation for causing refunds. Not because he's
seriously
bad, but because he's too good for you. The first phase is as difficult for me as realizing that Golden Corral is not actually a real corral. But like every restaurant.
Okay, one. Yeah, not a real corral. But if you look really hard, there might be horse in it still. Mars approved.
Golden Corral, the rewards at the end are delicious because his second phase is even harder.
Oh
now,
god.
I'm not going to lie, this DLC has 4 bosses and 3 of the hardest bosses I have ever fought in any video game ever. So your ass will be crushed the entire time, and the fact that he's the 3rd hardest is fucking concerning. Some people tell me, Max0r, your videos have gotten me through tough times because they made me laugh. But like this boss, you are the one who is truly overcoming these challenges, and I believe in your ability to beat both of them.
Did he ever actually beat him?
Boss Lightning Round.
No, wait, go. There's a bunch of stuff he just put down there.
Challenges, and I believe in your ability to beat both of them. King, boss.
Ludwig, the Holy Blade, Queen, or Queen. But a woman was actually given the title of King in Polish history, so it also counts Queen. Also, everyone who is non-gender binary is monarch. Shipping costs may apply. Kind of cool that someone actually got the title of King. I usually like when those kind of titles are just being treated as gender neutral. Personal opinion.
Boss Lightning Round. The DLC has many such cases of amazing bosses, including Lady Maria, who is the basis for German's extremely creepy 8-foot-tall doll fetish, but we'll get back to that.
Yeah, actually, no, that one is freaky.
Who was born from the literal dead body of a god. If you enjoy the sensation of being beaten to death with a sharpened placenta, this is the fight for you.
Oh god, that's what it is.
Everything that From Software makes, they threw in a boss that they didn't really finish and called it a day. I'm of course talking about Lawrence, which is a very mundane name for a fire monster locked in hell. Take my advice. Don't fight Lawrence, you only lose a part of yourself. Since this boss fights you by dropping off his own legs and then violently vomiting and shitting lava.
He cuts his own legs, and then the fire,
dynamic dodging and elaborate fencing to be reduced to shitty area denial like it's Team Fortress 2. To wrap things up, the music of this game is pretty good, but the DLC music is fucking insane. I don't know what it is about Japanese composers being able to make better symphonies than the continent that invented them, but just take a listen.
Holy shit, I am alive right now.
Have you ever thought, as I do, that this game is...
Joking aside, as soon as he put that little clip up there, I actually got goosebumps. Actually, it's really damn good.
Just too good that you would really rather be playing a shittier version of the game, such as the engagement of the Chalice dungeons. I, of course, jest. They're fine, probably, except for half of them, because Bloodborne has an optional system of infinite dungeon generation for all of those who wish to break free of the shackles of good level design.
Oh, it can climb through a closed door.
More importantly, why?
Why would you have an infinite? No!
First of all, Bloodborne has a system of dungeons that everyone shares and dungeons that are random. For my footage, I played the shared dungeons that you can be guaranteed the pain you witness on screen is mandatory. One of the biggest strengths of Bloodborne is the ability to have interesting and challenging enemy encounters gently rubbed with the blood-stained hands of Miyazaki.
I'm guessing these are the ones that are unbalanced and they just put it in because they can.
Randomizing almost every encounter in the game could be imbalanced. But fortunately, most enemies you encounter in the Chalice dungeons are new to spare British people your wrath. So you instead fight SCP-96. But why?
Yeah, it doesn't look like
it. Turns out that the entire city of London was built on a Celtic burial ground, an ancient civilization called the Sumerians, who discovered the healing powers of blood and then mysteriously disappeared. Wow,
mysterious,
I wonder what happened. This is all cool in theory, but the reality is that most of the time you fight the same 4 enemies, and the first 3 dungeons can be replaced by Simon Says. My cat literally wouldn't notice. The Chalice dungeons are so forgotten that the developers use them to put joke enemies into the game. My favorite is the man who aggressively rolls at you stark naked wearing only his Nikes. The uniqueness also extends to the bosses, and they're actually pretty cool, like Sumerian descendant, Watchdog, and the 3 overweight men. Do you remember that basic enemy from like 2 levels? He is the boss now. Rom, he is the boss again. The only thing stopping me from throwing myself into a wood chipper is the fact that Mikolash isn't back. And if you're going to have replays, you probably want to make sure that they're actually good. In fact, the bosses are so fucking imbalanced that the Watchdog fight is primarily comprised of instant kill attacks. I beat Sekiro backwards on a keyboard, and this
oh god, even just joking about that's horrible.
Shit is too fucking much. Now,
so what the hell was that?
But the dungeons go deeper. What we've discussed so far is merely the surface, and there is a much darker syndicate lying just below. These places you must never venture, for they are the save edit dungeons, whereby through wizardry, the community are able to conjure up deep, dark chasms and share them with the rest of the world. Of these secrets, there are only 2 that I shall reveal to you, and the first is the Cum Dungeon. Yes, you heard that correctly and clearly. The Cum Dungeon is the name of the most optimal farming route ever conceived by the fucking cricket people who do this shit, whereby the player enters the chasm of place name and watches as a high-level boss yeets itself off a cliff. Murgo's pig fisting route can give you 10,000 echoes. This gives 83,000. And if you thought that that sorcery was bad...
Oh god. That's actually what they called it. I'm sorry. I'm just in like that moment right now in every Max0r video. Your mind just like, nope, I'm just going to stop having thought right now. And then it still brought me back because that is apparently what it's actually called in an article. Well, I guess this came along brilliantly.
It gets much worse. You can insert anything from the game files by save editing a Chalice dungeon. Anything. This includes cut and unfinished content from the game that the developers forgot to delete, like this doggo who attacks you with invisible lightning. Overall, the Chalice dungeons are bad. They're not actually very fun to play, and yet I love them. Everyone loves them because they allow us to further explore a long-dead game with the help of a passionate
So it's literally
community.
just,
now,
it's roguelike in a game that was very heavily
Max0r.
controlled.
What about the multiplayer? That I would love to talk about
there's
with all
multiplayer?
the footage I have, but it's dead. If this game releases on PC and it better, then I will talk about the multiplayer extensively.
Oh yeah, they've never re-released
it. And finally, this game and this video would not be complete if I didn't talk about the Hunter's Dream. After all the combat, the battles, and the difficulty of this game, it's nice to have a place to recharge, purchase items, upgrade weapons, and watch as it violently burns to the ground. This is where you'll find German slowly wasting away as his soul remains captive for an eternity, and his doll waifu that he sold his existence to be with. She talks to you, levels you up, offers you advice, nice, and German says you're allowed to have sex with her. When I fell down and felt defeated, she was there to pick me up. When I emoted at her randomly, she pretended to be impressed. And she was there, graciously standing in the background of this one shot that I took of myself. She is our waifu now, and the game is perfect and complete.
Is it a kitty?
She is in it. Now excuse me as I engage in the supplementary lore material. Should you get the game? Yes, absolutely.
I just we just did a double check that for source material. Ornamented. Oh yeah. Full color translate. Oh yeah. Just enjoying the source. Oh my knees. And yes. Why we're just examining the joints because she's a doll. That's God damn. I didn't realize they had art of a doll. I realize, having said that this is the internet. Of course they do. But I shouldn't be surprised.
Yes, absolutely. I am biased. In fact, you should physically enter Sony's headquarters and demand that he port it to PC. I will be right there with you. Tasers will not stop me. I would like to thank the corrupt hackers and politicians funneling money into this channel directly from the taxpayer. If you would like to contribute your funds...
Okay, him talking about corrupt
I will be
and
right
then
there
pulling
with you.
up
Tasers will not stop me.
McMahon.
I would like to thank the corrupt hackers and politicians.
I'm pretty sure this guy actually got into trouble for some legal issues. So yeah, that's actually a really good choice.
Money into this channel directly from the taxpayer. If you would like to contribute your funds accrued through extensive federal government corruption, you can head to my Patreon to learn more. I would also like to thank the kind denizens of the Mythbuster Smut Discord who sent me half the memes in this.
I'm sorry, the what? I can't be right about this one. I reject your sexuality and substitute my own. What is this called? The Mythbuster Smut? It's the internet? I'm only moderately surprised here.
Who sent me half the memes in this video. And as always, thank you for watching.
So my brain's officially fried. I have no idea what's going on, and I just get the overall impression that this is really cool, but also they have a lot of crazy shit, and he didn't even go over the ending like on some of the videos where he just walks you through the storyline. Here, he just got to, this is crazy. We beat gods, but also children, but do other things. This is probably the most down-to-earth review of the actual game, but that is crazy on just all the editing. It just, boy. I say boy. I don't know why I'm doing a Foghorn Leghorn impression. I really don't know why. My mind is just not here right now. I'm going to come to an opinion on the video later. I'm assuming I'll like it because this kind of crazy manic energy that Max0r brings to it is kind of fun and I enjoy it. But also, I'm just remembering right now that this is the calm videos. This is the calm videos. I saw the Genshin one and I can understand that. I even believe it, but also at the same time, yeah. The phrase that has been used more than once by more than one person is, I am going to die when I get to the Elden Ring videos. Yup. So if you haven't already, leave a like if you want to see me suffer by going through more of these, because I will. I'm going to do it regardless, but do it anyways. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if I should do this less than sober. I probably will do it sober because, God, if I did this less anything, it would be... I would probably just pass out after sheer just what the fuck are you blowing my brain. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that already. I'm completely sober right now, which may or may not be a mistake. I don't know. So if you haven't already, link below. Original video, hit it up. It's Max0r. You know it's good, and also potentially a war crime to show to people too long on repeat because their heads will literally blow up. It's a horrible side effect. I'm pretty sure the Defense Department's reached out to him about it, but something about being in a competition between 3 different countries, it's complicated. But more importantly, hit it up. Are you done? Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.